More insulin, please. 197. Add to calculator. Okay.
All
I'm gonna
right. Well,
get.
we've started the live stream. We've got two people who are waiting to watch us, and one of them
Wow.
Yeah.
is William Arens, our friend from beautiful Kitchener, Ontario,
Sure.
Canada.
You know what? I'm gonna be flying into Pearson Airport in Toronto tomorrow.
Oh,
Which is
exciting!
not as glorious as Kitchener, I'm sure,
Well,
but
it's hard to beat Kitchener. Kitchener, I think,
as close as I
is
could reasonably get.
it is the Paris of Canada, is what I've heard.
Really?
But it's Paris spelled with an E.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah,
was
so
like the
it's
Paris, Texas of Canada.
yeah, no, may could be the Paris, Texas of Canada.
It could be.
Could be
How
there.
does that?
There is a Paris, California, but it's spelled Peris. So people are very disappointed when they
Oh,
get
it's
there. They're like,
PER.
yeah, Per,
Oh,
right? Because they really didn't want to confuse people with the real Paris.
that's really nice of
It
them
is
not to
very, very
confuse
nice of
people.
them to not do
Yeah, it
that.
really is.
So he says
Okay.
his greetings are hello to the warrior philosophers of Bar. So I guess
Ooh.
we are not just mere war gamers. We are warrior philosophers. So
Okay.
this is high
I
praise.
wow. I I didn't realize that we had such standards to live to, but there we
Well,
go.
you know,
And now
philosophy,
I'm
it's all
wondering,
how you define
does it
it, I
show
guess.
up on my screen? Wake up, Apple TV, wake up.
So now we just have to work on being
What are you
more
doing?
hmm,
It's possessed.
more
All right, let's try it
cogent with our
again. Download
philosophy, I
daily.
guess. Well, and David, how are you? Did you manage to get somebody to come and
Oh,
remove your
that's
blown down
hysterical.
trees?
I actually
Yes.
connected it to the television in at the other end of my house.
Yes, we
Okay.
got the tree off of our house, and and the same person actually spent the rest of the day cutting up all the other ones that have fallen down in the yard. So
Right.
we got that, and I think we'll start next week on the roof repairs. So
How many trees
Oh
did
my
you lose
gosh.
altogether?
it's probably some of them came from the lot next door,
Oh,
so
okay.
weren't ours, but yeah, there were at least probably 6 or 7 were ours,
Oh, wow.
and so the one perched on our house was gave the main concern, but
Right.
they came the other day and they tarped it and they managed to remove it.
Well, that's good. I mean, at least what I'd seen with other, whatever the news stuff, there's it looks like there were a lot of communities got really slammed really hard out in that part of the
Yes,
Oh
universe.
my gosh,
yes,
yeah. Yeah, if people so far away from the coast that it would never occur to you that you'd be worried about it, right?
yeah, yeah. It's funny because one of Lori started back to work this week, and one of her clients said, "Why didn't they warn us of this?" I said, "Well, on what basis?
Yeah.
This is like never happened up here in
That's
known
crazy.
memory, like this."
Yeah, because yeah,
Hmm.
usually by the time it gets as far inland as is it Ashland? Is that what it's called? Or
Asheville,
Yeah,
Asheville.
Asheville? Yeah.
yeah.
By the time it gets that far, it's
Yeah,
downgraded to
it's a
a
little storm,
storm or something like that. Yeah.
kind of wet.
Yeah. Yeah. So well,
Bad, bad.
I'm glad that you made it through without anything more serious than what happened.
No,
So
no kidding.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what did I see? That I-40 from Knoxville to Ashland, is
Asheville.
supposed to be
Yeah,
closed until September of 2025.
yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness.
there
I mean,
were whole sections of it just
this is like an
wiped out.
interstate highway.
Wow.
Probably gets used from time to time, I would think.
Wow.
Just, yeah, well, we should be able to fix that in a year. That tells you how bad it must have been.
Wow. Or how bad the highway was
That's
before it
what I mean.
happened. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, maybe. I'm just thinking about what was it, the Santa Monica Freeway, that they did that hurry up contract after the Northridge earthquake, and they
Yeah,
had it back in operation in a couple of months. I mean, it was just absolutely record time,
yeah,
you know. And you just think, yeah, I mean, if you really want to, you can really get one of these things done in a hurry. And if they're thinking it's a year,
yeah.
that's
Well,
Well,
probably really messed up.
and
it winds its way through the mountains there. So
Yeah, yeah,
winds its way
yeah.
through the Great Smoky Mountains,
And I've seen bits of it obviously completely washed away.
so
So
what was
that's
it? A
never.
bunch of like hillslide stuff that took it out?
there was that, and I believe part of it followed one of the like rivers, and that
Yeah,
is
and the
completely.
river just undermined it,
Oh,
and just
wow.
yeah. So there's no road in some places where there used to
Wow.
be obviously a highway, and you're like, whoa.
Well, they
Yeah,
need to
up
hire
just
some Romans to come and fix that.
Ooh, that is just the thing. The
Yeah,
Romans.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, up
yeah.
just
Okay.
east of Asheville is a little place called Chimney Rock.
Okay.
It's a little tourist area,
Oh yeah.
that's where they filmed part of the Last of the Mohegans,
Okay.
the great waterfall scene at the end,
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the big running through
Apparently,
that was all
it's
there,
just gone.
gone.
Wow.
In fact, the course of the river has changed,
Oh my
Mm,
goodness.
and is actually runs over what the little town, with all the little restaurants and
wow.
shops. So it's
Wow.
great.
Completely
Yep.
wiped off the map.
Yeah.
That's no bueno. Good
Well,
times.
don't mess with Mother Nature.
Nope.
Apparently not. Yeah.
So, speaking of which, we've got a special die roll that we make where these rivers that surround the Russian army could suddenly flood, and then we roll to
Oh
see how many of your
no!
units are
Get washed
sunken.
Oh
away.
Yep, get
man!
washed away.
Wow!
Yeah, yeah,
Wow! That's
yeah.
just brutal. So it's between fire and water. We got Zorndorf on fire, and we
Right.
Yep,
got
yep, yep.
okay. If we roll 00, does it put the fire out in Zorndorf?
That would be nice, but probably not. It just
Hmm.
probably changes the direction of the wind.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All
no,
right.
So,
I thought that was just what's his name runs away, but
yeah, it's
Oh,
what's his
right.
name? It's
Firmer,
Fairmore.
firmer. Yeah. I don't know.
It's I
Anyway, it's
think
probably
that's
something
the
different in
yeah.
Cyrillic.
It's whatever
All
the
right.
yep.
Well,
It's mostly
you
you. I mean, we've done everything. The whole Prussian army
have you? All
has
right.
done
All right.
moving,
Well,
so it just
let's see.
93. That's a big one. That's going to move the clock.
Is it? I just wanted to be sure
Yeah,
of
that's a
that.
12. I think we needed to exceed an 11.
We need to exceed an 11. You are
Yep.
quite right because the chart here is not correct. Um, okay. And you say you moved everybody, so there's not very much left to be done. So here I am looking to see who needs to do something. And actually, I was just looking at a unit that's in a really weird place. And I'm trying to figure out if that command is activated. So here I am zooming in. Oh, no, I guess not. Okay.
Oh, I think I hit the end turn marker when I was looking for the turn
Don't,
box.
don't do
you,
that.
you want me to
Yeah.
But you
reload it?
undid it. No,
Yep.
you undid it.
Oh,
Well, but
You,
it's
you
still I
hit
don't see
enter.
the finish markers.
Oh, well, that's not okay.
Oh, okay. Now we're
There it is.
good.
Stop.
Sheesh.
Don't do another thing.
I'm like, which box is it? Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Well, and there's the intern marker advanced again. So now it's where it should be. All right, I think I'm going to do Lima Echo. He is one of my frontline infantry guys. He's right there.
Okay.
And so I'm going to activate him. It seems like he's probably actually, unlike most of my guys, maybe even close to. No, probably not. We'll find whatever. I'll just roll to put him in command. 6, probably not. Probably doesn't matter, but I'm going to look anyway, just because how else am I going to learn how my own guys are?
He's a
Okay. It was a 4.
Right.
He therefore is out of command, but so what? And so just a little bit of tidying up the lines here. I gotta confess, I don't know what drunken officer was responsible for putting these guys in the place they were. They are. Um, I, yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna back that guy up, and then I'm gonna roll a disorder check for him. I don't know. That might not be enough. Oh,
Oh,
holy crap!
he's very
God,
motivated.
leave him alone.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, you attack him, he gets a -10.
Yeah, he's nearly impenetrable.
So just don't attack him, okay? Wow.
We'll scope out the weak ones somewhere else.
Yeah, go check out the other guys because they're the troublemakers. All right. Oh, that wasn't even the problem I was trying to solve. Isn't that funny? So what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna advance that guy up there. I'm going to whoops. One. Does it slope cost me anything?
No,
I don't think it does
not for
it?
infantry.
So that's just 2, and then 3. And
Oh,
we'll just
wait.
put him there.
Oh,
What?
gentle slope. Yeah, it's a gentle slope, so nothing.
Yeah. I thought it was the steep ones that
Yeah.
were a problem. Okay. All right. So I think that's it for that. And now it's your turn, Eric.
Okay, let's see if we can roll another big die roll. Not quite.
Not big enough.
Not big enough.
What is our initiative that we need to be aware of?
For what?
You're +5. I'm probably what, +2? I mean, neither one of us is.
I think we have
zeroed
a.
out,
I
right?
think we. No, I
Or
don't think.
no, my guy's run away, hasn't he?
No, he
Yeah,
hasn't.
because there's a
Is
finish
he?
marker right next to him. I think he's run away. So I think you guys are at +5.
Yeah. I
Oh
think
yeah,
so.
because he got the command confusion.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but we moved Frederick. So
oh,
what
so
does
it's just
that do?
+3. Well, the only thing I was looking for is just, is it a tie?
Oh,
And it's clearly not a tie. So all good.
well,
I'll go
and
ahead
and
now.
aren't we the first die?
Of course
Yeah.
you are, because
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
black.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So all good.
So you're still
All right,
thinking
is there-
colon.
And yeah, well, yes.
Yeah.
That's the sad truth, right
We
there.
should rewrite the module and switch the die colors.
Maybe that's what we should
Yeah.
do.
We should have a green die and a blue die.
Mm.
That's what it needs to be.
And then anyone
we'll
who's
fix that.
colorblind will not be able to play the game.
Oh dear. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do M. He's in the back row in the middle. Not really going to do anything terribly interesting. I would wager to say he's in command. I would also wager to say that for sure involved going across a steep slope.
Right.
But since that's all I was going to do, then it doesn't matter. So I'll just declare victory on that and flip. Oh, he's a good one too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not bad.
David.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Boom.
That's
That
another
should
12.
do it
gonna
again.
That
push
puts
it.
us into end turn territory. All right. So what we need to do now is figure out how many of these guys haven't activated. The cavalry has. The observation corps. Ooh, doesn't look like any of them have. 1, 2 outfits back there that haven't activated. Got a front line infantry that hasn't. That's going to be 3.
You've got some
you
cavalry.
you hasn't.
Is
that's
Galitzin a
4.
commander? No.
That's 5. 5. Everybody else have they? Has S? No, 6. I think I'm counting 6. You're right. There is the cavalry over there in the west,
Yep.
and then just a smattering of other ones. So 6. And I mean, they're not going to. I mean, there's nobody who needs to recover from disorder. There's nobody you know, there's nothing weird that needs to happen. So we can just roll 6 times.
Okay.
That was the first one already.
Right.
And then we just roll 5 more.
Okay.
David, you want to just do them all?
Okay. All right. Let's see what. Oh, boom.
All right, that's 2. Nothing weird. 3.
Nothing weird.
Nothing weird there.
Nothing
4.
weird.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing
Nothing
weird there.
weird.
5. Nothing. What? No. Now
Oh, well, the 5 one
that
would be a tie, right?
that one would have been a tie. So the 4 was the 5th one. So we need one last one.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I think that's it. Now, Eric.
Yep.
Question for you here.
Yeah.
Your guys back here in this whatever they're called, the reserve corps or whatever they are,
The observation corps.
observation corps. Is he
Yeah.
only got a command range of 2?
Yes, but bear in mind that as long as everybody's in rows, then
Right. No, I
actually-
just was curious about.
yeah, it is a command
and-
range of 2. Yeah.
And that one's also a command range of 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
they kind of suck.
Yeah.
If I could just be really blunt about it, and that's before you flip them over.
And even this one's only a command range of 3.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I think the thing is it's everybody stay in line, stay in nice tight formations, and then I can command you. But the minute you get out of a nice tight formation, then everything goes to hell.
All right.
That's how I interpret that.
Yeah, actually, it looks like all your commanders are only a 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think it totally checks out. These are not people who've been given a whole lot of command authority. The troops aren't necessarily the best trained in the world. They themselves haven't been given a lot of command authority. It's everybody stay in nice tight lines where I can keep you in command. And the minute anything goes sideways, then suddenly lots of guys are going to be out of command. That checks out. That feels
Yeah.
okay.
Cool.
I mean, I watched the Russian invasion of Ukraine. That's kind of what it looked like. The minute something went wrong, it just went completely sideways. Not politics, it's just military history now. So, okay, well, we can hit the end turn marker and mean it this
time, yeah. Now we'll know which
And,
one it bloody well is.
We can, okay, looks like that's tidied up everything that we would have liked, so that's pretty good. All right, and then we can go
No
up here. and
recoveries
we
or anything like that.
Yeah, there's no rally because there's nothing to rally from yet. We haven't managed to screw ourselves up too bad yet, but in due course, as they say. So I think that's it. I think we puts us to the top of the hour, and I guess it's my turn to roll since David rolled all those. And we are currently at plus
Plus
Here I am.
3.
plus
I think.
3. Yeah, plus 3. So just double checking there. And
So Firmer comes back.
well, I was kind of okay. Let's
No,
go
no,
take
no.
a
So
look.
I thought the result we got was command confusion, not
No,
not
I
firmer
think
leaves.
Right. Okay.
I think it was Army Leader Lapse.
Yeah,
which
Army
does
leader
go
lapse. That's what
away,
it's called. Yeah.
Which does go at the end of the turn. It wasn't the double aught firmer flees or
Flees the field.
returns to map,
Right.
which would be different.
Yes.
So, all right. So here I am. I'm advancing the end turn marker, and it is your activation.
It is indeed. All right. Well, David, what would you like to move first? Do you have anything particular that you want to try to get done?
Give me a second, but I don't actually. There's my cursor. Okay. No, I don't have anything critical yet.
That's good.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll see if
That's
I can do something exciting then. Give me a second here. All
It's too
right.
bad we lost that artillery leader, didn't it?
oh, that's
Well,
right.
I know,
That
but
was that was the highlight of last week for
that
sure.
definitely was. That was, obviously the snipers. Um, my
In
question is,
particular.
do we are are there replacement leaders for them, or is that guy
Not
just
not
Not
dead?
that one.
not for a special leader. No, there
Okay, I
wasn't.
was
I mean, I'm
curious.
sure we could look, but there isn't.
Okay, you guys would know more than I would in that regard. I wasn't
Yeah,
sure
it's
how that
just
worked. So,
no. I
okay,
mean, it, a special leader by definition is one that only exists because of the special rules, and then it would have to be a special rule indicating what sort of replacement would exist for him.
right.
Um, but yeah. So here I am looking under Prussian Army and Special Leaders. What was his name? Mahler. Mahler has no replacement. Yeah, that's as expected.
Okay, cool, cool. Then let's see here. What do we want to do? Um, I guess I could move some of this infantry that's over on this side of the map. So we've got who? We've got Kurtzel. I think he's part of. Let me zoom in a little bit here.
Manteuffel,
Yeah, so he's part of Manteufel's
right?
group. And yeah, so there's Manteuffel here.
Yep.
And let's see.
And there's the king right there.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Pretty
5,
easily in
6, 7.
reach.
Yep. Okay. Well,
Yep.
not easily, but
Oh,
mostly,
close
slightly.
enough. 4, 6, 8. Yeah.
Yeah. We will we'll activate these guns too, because we
All right.
want them to move.
Kiddo.
So we'll go ahead and fire them first.
Kiddo.
And so I think we are at maximum range or nearly maximum range.
12, 13, 13 or 14, depending on your target.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, well, this guy can fire there, and that's going to be 13.
Yep.
And then
That's going to be 13.
this guy could fire there, and this guy could then fire there, right? And so that's, I think those are going to be 14, but I don't think it's a difference as far as points go. It's still times 2. So
Okay.
I will, so it's going to be 8 to 10, 8 to 10, 8 to 10.
Right.
So
one,
the
1 to 1.5.
yep. So
right?
the first
Yep.
one over there we're basically going from left to right, and that's a miss. And then the next one, 91. That might be
That's
a hit. of some
probably a
sort.
hit. Yeah, probably is. All right. Let's go ahead and roll the next one if you want.
Yep. And the next one is a 31. It's a miss.
Okay. All right. So 1 to 1.5. And I don't think there's any size adjustment here.
Yeah, because you've only got 5 plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing for sure. But 91 at 1 to 1.5 is enough for another hit. So
Yep.
that's going to take him to 2 losses.
Now the question is, can he be in 2 hexes with
That
so
is
few?
a great question. We need to double check and see what the story is with the Russians and their. Let's see. Russian infantry are in 3 ranks,
Okay.
which suggests that probably no, they probably can't stay. I think you need 5. 3 ranks, you need
Yeah, it looks like you need
5 to be in 2 hexes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's interesting. So then that means that boom, and
Does that mean the artillery contracts with them?
no, it means the artillery can do whatever it wants,
Okay.
but the infantry has to slide into 1 hex. because it can no longer be in two. I could have contracted them all together, but then they would just be a huge effing target. I'm trying to mind our monetization here. I didn't want to say what I really meant, but
We appreciate that. We now
yeah.
have
Also,
we now have 6 viewers. We definitely need to make sure
no.
that we don't say anything insulting.
Okay,
So,
very
yeah.
good.
All right, I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
then
and the
put.
other thing is by leaving the artillery over there, they are still adjacent to my special leader.
Yeah, even if they weren't though, isn't your special leader have a range of 2? So as long as they were within 2 hexes,
Oh, I guess you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I still would choose to do it this way. So,
Okay.
all right, very
Cool,
good,
cool.
very good.
All right.
All
So
right,
those
the
guys are
artillery have
done.
already moved.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
And I'm just
Just
putting a little finish marker on them. Good. And then these guys are going to, let's see if I've got everybody that's part of that group. Yeah, because the other
this is
people,
just K, right?
it is just
Is it
K.
just four of them?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So 1,
Yep.
2,
Mm-hmm.
3,
Mm-hmm.
and let's move up 4. Voila.
It's a shame we don't have bounding fire rules here. That
It is a great shame
what
that we do not
what a
have
shame.
ricochet rules.
That's the rule. Okay.
Yep, yep, because that made for an interesting walk in the park.
Indeed. Okay, I think that's probably it for that fella.
That
And
is.
I think it's your die roll.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. An 84, another big one, moving the clock.
Yeah, that clock, for all that 12's supposed to be hard to get to, we're sure getting to it pretty often.
Let's see, we got Michael Shearer
That's
is saying, really enjoying these live streams regarding the rules and Primer trying to learn the rules with you
oh, that's
guys in the
wonderful.
background. Thank you. Well, thank you, Michael, for tuning in.
Excellent.
And I think, maybe Mr. McAlpin and I will try to see if we can't schedule a bar workshop
Ooh.
where we do a live stream workshop, kind of like what I've done with Labatai.
With Labatai,
Yeah. And I think that would be
Okay.
worthwhile. I can definitely act as the foil, as the person who, is baffled and confused by the rules, and Michael will swoop in as the wise master sensei, bar sensei. Which
I was
will,
going to say, if you're going to be the foil, does that make me the epee?
something like that. I'm
I
sure.
thought you'd enjoy that one.
I do. Yes, and
Okay.
we say tip your waitress, keep your day job.
Yeah,
all that good
that's
stuff.
right. That's right. Try the veal.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is a wing activation, so
Yeah, almost
we can
certainly. Yeah.
we can do a wing ding somewhere. Now I've already split up Manteufel's wing.
Right. And that would make it awkward for the wing behind because only
Yep.
part of the wing is moved. So maybe David, you've got a wing that makes sense.
Yeah, a wing and a prayer. You've
Uh,
got Donut.
Donut.
You can move Donut. And you've got that artillery. We can start rolling those guys forward. Now that we know what the observation corps looks like.
Go get them.
They will mostly be observing their own funerals.
Let's see. Dona is there. Okay.
Yeah. And he's got it looks like 3 brigades. Right, he's got Braunschweig.
Yep.
And Gobelins. And Bulow.
Bulow, yeah.
Yeah.
And this one
Bueller.
and this.
Bueller.
Bueller. Glad it wasn't just me.
Nope.
All right, now, and it doesn't look like anybody
3,
should
4,
have to
5,
roll.
6,
So
7,
you
8. Yep. He's within
you should
range
be
of the
good
Kaiser.
to go. Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, we'll go with them, I guess. Okay. Let's see. So the first is
Before we get too carried away, I don't think we cleared the move markers from the last turn.
Oh
Here,
dear.
I just
Yeah.
hit the
Yeah.
thing
Well,
there.
well done.
Yeah.
Well done. And then you want to just kind of fidget
Yeah, I
the
can add
units in that one
mark
command.
moved with the other. Yeah, that's easy enough for
Yeah.
me to do.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So let's see.
I think everybody should be in command. You don't need to do any disorder recovery. You don't need to do any shooting. So I think it's just
Right.
moving time.
So, all right. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2,
Okay. Yep. Tightening it up a little. All right.
and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3.
Well, why'd you miss that guy?
Well, because I'm moving him last, but
Oh, okay. Well, no, but there's a
Oh,
unit under
oh,
him.
there's a unit number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, that would help. So he's doing that. Which one is he? Okay, is he the? What do I got here?
Yeah.
Cal,
Yeah. He was.
PEC4 and okay, so WD is kind of an odd man out, huh? The
Yeah. Yeah.
Grenadiers. Oh, okay, so they're Grenadiers. So
That's the Vedal
right.
Grenadiers there.
Okay, and let's see. Let's 1, 2, 3. And actually, the Grenadiers. Let me. So he's only gone 2. They can actually. Let's move the Grenadiers up to there. That's it. And
Oh, wow. Getting nutty.
we'll move him up to there. Okay. Now let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They can go one more, right? In the same.
Okay.
same
Just
thing?
Yeah.
rapid march.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah,
wouldn't
just-
be. It's only every other one that's.
Oh, it's every other one. Yeah, you're quite right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 4.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on that.
Yep. Right.
And he can go there and be fine. And
Yep.
and okay, so the last guy's here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
Mhm.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You keep saying 4, which makes me really messes up the whole waltz feeling I was getting here.
That's
Where's
the
this 4 coming
Austrians.
from?
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
Oh,
1, 2,
that's
3.
right.
Yes.
The Vienna waltz.
The
All
Vienna
right.
waltz. This is the Berlin waltz.
All right.
Right.
1,
Eins,
2, 3,
zwei,
4.
eins, zwei. God, the cat did not enjoy
There.
that. The cat is English, to be fair, so maybe he really doesn't care for me speaking German loud.
So
while
so
he's sitting
these
next to me.
guys aren't yours.
Oh, is that the ones that I keep?
Yeah, these ones actually belong to
Yeah, they are
To
part
this
of the
other-
D command, not the B command.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
All right, and I guess you need to move Bulow himself.
Well, then, okay, wait a minute. So, all right. So these are part of the B command.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because some of them are BR Braunschweig and others are B Bulow. That's right.
Yep.
Right next to each other. Nothing complicated here, no sir.
Nothing complicated here. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Now, just asking, but all these guys up here now have finished markers on them. Did they move?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
they advanced. This one didn't.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I see it. I
Yeah.
see. Wait a minute.
This
Okay.
is
Yes,
the grenadier.
Yeah, but he's not doesn't need a finish because I think he's part of, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
he
you're
is
right. He
part of the
is.
command, so he
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
Okay.
need a
part.
finish marker.
Yeah,
He's not an independent unit. Yeah.
right.
I'm just so
Okay.
used to
All
putting
right.
that on grenadiers. Anytime you see
No,
one,
no,
slap
no.
it on.
Makes total sense. All right. I think you're probably okay as long as you've got what's his name where you want him. Donut. Donut.
Finished. Um, yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, yeah, 1. So if we
Yeah.
move the king up a couple of
Or
hexes,
actually, he can
1,
go up
2,
to
3,
there.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, I moved him up and you can actually move him a little slightly to your left too. So
Okay.
Mm,
The plot thickens.
magnifique.
It's
All right.
it's very tricky here. All right.
Always.
I think it's
I think it's David's roll.
yep. I rolled that.
all right. Boom.
Oh,
Eight.
here we get a
Oh.
special something or
Uh-oh.
other.
Now stuff's getting
It's a
weird. That's an
Prussian
8
8.
for the Prussians. Free command, free movement segment, initiative required.
Huh. Okay. Well, is there anything in particular you think we want to try to move twice this turn?
Maybe that group of cavalry in the back there.
The dragoons that are back here behind?
Yep.
These guys here? Okay.
Yep.
Well, we can give that a try where we could take a look first and see whether their leader's worth anything before.
Well, wait a minute. I mean, are those guys anywhere near their leader?
Yeah, their leader's right here. Isn't that
I'm
who
sorry.
you're talking
I
about?
thought somebody was clicking
Oh
on
no,
these
those
guys,
are
but-
independent
okay.
guys. Yeah,
Okay.
we
No,
can't
no,
do
no.
anything with them.
Yeah. Okay. No, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
He's a 4.
he's not very good.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you are at a point in the game where it's not really clear.
I don't know what else we could
Yeah,
do.
that's the thing.
That's why I'm just like, I didn't know if you needed to maybe get your cavalry on the other side to do something, maybe move it twice or anything like that. So I don't need to do anything on my side. Well, if that's, we'll just give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
fail.
It's 50-50. Why not,
Okay,
right?
go ahead.
Right.
They're your guy. Roll.
Ooh,
Nope.
just
Nope.
missed. All right. All
Okay,
right.
well, roll again. See if we can
That's
get
how
something
baseball
else
goes.
exciting.
Yep.
61. That's going to be
Another wing.
another wing activation. Oh, my goodness. Well, we don't really have, I don't have a wing that I can do anything with at the moment. I think everybody's still
Make
kind
my
of blocking
cavalry
stuff.
is a wing there too.
Yeah.
So it can,
Well, if you want to do that, you can move them. You're going to have to, well, you'll roll, but I don't think it's going to affect anything since you're not.
I'm sorry. Who were we? Who
They
are
got
we?
Moritz
activating?
over there, right?
Yeah, you
Yep.
got Moritz over
You can
there.
do that
yeah.
once per
Oh,
turn,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's why he's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you've got the artillery there, the artillery that's on the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you really should be able to go nuts there.
And Hussars, which those now they're independent, right? And they can move too.
Right, yeah, they can move
Yeah,
as
sure.
part of
It's
the
just,
command.
This
right?
is an activation as long as they've got. I'm sorry. Where are these independent units?
They're right here. They're next to Schoner
okay.
or Bredau.
Yeah, well, they're definitely within reach of
everybody practically.
Moritz himself. So easily they are in command. Yeah, they're in command of leaders that are being activated. So no problem.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Hello, Muzzle Paint. He says, "Hi all, another fine stream."
Excellent.
There we go. Well, just
Muzzle Paint.
Muzzle Paint. That's a great name for. You better be somebody who does miniatures with a name like Muzzle Paint.
That does seem like the appropriate name.
Or you do paintball. You know, the guys that
Oh,
play the paintball. That would make sense too, I
okay.
suppose.
So what's
When did laser tag with the kids once some years ago and realized why you do it as a kid and not as an adult.
all
It
right,
turns out my
smoke,
knees were not really expecting
gentle. Now,
all
okay,
that was being
gentle
asked of them.
flows.
Oh, yeah.
All
No, I
right.
did that with the kids. There was a couple of different group activities that they had where it was, you know, bonding with the YMCA group or the scouts or something, and it was
Yeah,
laser tag. It was a lot of fun. I had a hoot,
sure.
but they had in the, and it was like a 2 level maze, and so you're going up ramps
Oh
and
wow, really?
all. Oh yeah, and but they were kind of pumping into the air, sort of that artificial smoke stuff, so you could see the
Okay.
laser beams.
Oh sure,
Oh
because
yeah, yeah,
otherwise, what's
yeah,
the point, right?
yeah, and so that's what got me more than anything else was just the, like, oh, I felt like I was going to cough up, a handful of pebbles or whatever from all that stuff. But yeah, a lot of running up and down. And you got
No,
these little pesky kids running around, sneaking up behind you, shooting you in the back. So,
my big thing was that uh, I was just gonna sit and be the sniper, which is all
oh,
well and good until you realize you're squatting for 10 minutes at a time, and then you stand up and you go, "Oh no, no."
yeah,
Snipers are all much younger than I am.
yeah.
All right. So,
Okay, so Muzzle Paint says yes, he does miniature painting, but his
Uh,
ancient Romans and Goths, 15 millimeter. So,
oh,
yeah,
very nice.
indeed. Let's see. We have Grim Harbinger sending his greetings from the UK, where it's, I don't know,
Oh,
I can't lose
geez.
track. It's either 2 o'clock in the morning there or
It's
3 o'clock in the morning.
almost three.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
almost three.
So,
Wait, was this the fella who was in Scotland last year or last time we got together?
well, no, I don't think he's in Scotland. I
No.
think he's in the UK. But
Oh
there was
well.
somebody that had chatted with us who moved to Scotland.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't think it's Grim Harbinger. I think it was
I know
somebody
Grim
else.
Harbinger, another great username. God,
Indeed.
my handle is usually really boring.
What is yours on YouTube?
On you, actually, that's a good question. I don't know, but by my default is first initial last name because I I got so many logins in my life. I just really can't be bothered coming up with something clever for every system. I would never remember it.
Yep. No, I can understand that. I can appreciate that.
I was just talking to my son. He was over here. He's taking engineering classes, and I was just talking about how, um, in my world, it's like if I need to know something about the Linux server that I'm in, there's
Right.
no shame. You just Google it. It's just you, you don't need to memorize any of this stuff. It's nice once you do memorize it, but it's like it's a few keystrokes away that there's somebody who will explain to you how to use this command that you had temporarily forgotten.
Right.
It's a little bit like playing bar with me.
You kind of know it's there, but then you've forgotten the
Yeah,
particular minutia for it.
that's
Yeah,
it.
so Grim Harbinger says yes, he's quite far from Scotland. He's
Oh,
down
okay.
in the south. He's in Hampshire.
Oh, that would be far from
Yeah,
Scotland.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Well, until what? Until there's a small black hole opens up somewhere in
Mm.
Northumbria
Well,
and
yeah, that
pulls
would
England
do it.
closer together to Scotland.
Yeah. I was really having a hard time with that because I kept wanting to call it Northumbria, but it's not actually called that anymore. It's Northumberland now.
Northumberland, okay.
Yeah, I think we're about 1,000 years from Northumbria,
Yeah,
but
well,
that's what I hear,
it's
right?
in the history class that I taught last time covering
Yes,
it. It was the Great
exactly.
Viking event. The great, what was it? The Great Heathen Army.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
There you
yes,
go.
invading England there in the 900s or whatever it was, And you got
So
Alfred the Great and everybody else. It was a long time.
there you go. Now,
So
just
yes,
asking, since you've got those artillery units back on the road back there, were you planning on moving them as well?
Yeah.
Just,
Thank you.
just, it's one of those things that if we were playing on paper maps, you'd see it, but on one of these screens, you could easily miss them.
Yep. Thanks for the reminder.
yes.
I mean, I can't charge them and kill them if you don't get them closer.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he's looking forward to. That's going to be
Is
his.
getting charged and overrun?
Exactly.
Sure. I mean,
That's part of
obviously.
our plan.
What else would you want to
The
do?
first part of our plan was to get our special artillery leader killed.
Mission
Yep.
check.
Check that off the list. Next thing, get a bunch of our artillery wiped out. Next thing,
Uh,
get Frederick the Great killed. Yep, just going through the
Okay.
checklist there. Yep.
Yep. So far, so good.
Yep, we're right on schedule. I was thinking about that afterwards. I just had to say, well, that was unfortunate what happened, but at least Frederick didn't get killed.
Oh, careful.
But now that I've said it out loud,
yeah, don't jinx yourself, brother.
it's gonna happen. Michael's just gonna get that special lucky roll.
Oh my gosh. Well, and yeah, I mean that's the way the leader table is. I mean, fate means pick any
Yep.
enemy leader.
Yeah.
So you can't even run off into the corner of the board in order to avoid it.
Yeah, and you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide.
No, I don't know what the. Okay, God, is that embarrassing? What are the victory conditions? You'd think I would know this before we start playing. I'm sure that the victory conditions are important.
Oh, the victory conditions are we've got to, get you on with 40 plus 40 morale kind of stuff. And
Okay,
you've got to
yeah,
get us
right.
to plus 30 morale. I mean, it's just like
Okay.
it's slaughter. It's just
a grudge
wholesale
match, yeah.
slaughter. There's
Right.
nobody cares about, any stitch of geography.
Terrain? No, don't
No,
care.
yeah,
Don't care.
it's just
just
beat the other guy until there's nothing left but
stand and kill them. Well, so really, it does strike me as perfectly understandable. But in so many Napoleonic battle games, Napoleon gets killed, the French lose. Period. And I get that.
yeah.
And that is a little different than Frederick here. But the truth is yeah, if you've looked at the score sheet, if Frederick gets killed, bad stuff happens.
Well, what is it? A plus 30 or a plus 20 or what?
I don't know. I was just gonna look because it's
Well,
gonna be
Fermor
ugly.
is a plus. Oh, it's a plus
30.
30. Yeah.
It's 30.
Yeah.
So
Fermor
that's,
is 20.
Like getting entire brigade shattered.
Yeah.
So
Well-
yeah. I mean, and appropriately so, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, especially the way he ran his army. It was like, if he wasn't here, how were things gonna go? Everyone was gonna get lost.
Yeah. Well, let's
Let's
see. Grim Harbinger says the victory condition is to beat the French. Oh, wait. That's
Oh,
not, yes,
dear.
Yeah.
Well, you really do live in Hampshire. I can
There we
see.
do. That is
Yeah.
definitely a South England
Yeah.
sort of thing to be saying.
Beat the French. Yeah.
Yep.
All
Oh,
right.
Goodness.
So I think
Did-
that's all for mine there.
we got
Everybody-
that. Okay. I think we're back to my roll then. And that does not advance the clock. And it also is still your activation.
It is because we have the plus 3. Oh, so now we can move
Plus-
that other division.
Oh, right, yes, that'd
that
be a
was
good-
waiting
good
for all kinds of exciting things to happen. So that's going to
Yep,
be Calden. We'll pretend that's how he pronounces his name. And he's got
Oh, yeah, it
he's
does kinda
got
look like
grenadiers.
Calden,
We
yeah.
can do anything with them. We can go
Grenadier
sideways.
stuff.
Yeah. we
Oh,
can-
they're all
yeah,
grenadiers.
They
aren't
are. Yeah. It's very
Damn,
pretty.
bro.
2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3,
I always think that
4.
those don't look like grenades. They look
1,
like
2,
hearts.
3, 4. They do. That's what they look like, flaming hearts.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Or just
3.
hearts with all the arteries sticking out the north end of them. I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And
All
we'll
right.
flip them over. Okay, that takes care of that. That was
Job
exciting.
done. Yep,
And
indeed.
then they're part of Manteuffel, so let's see.
Oh, yeah, you might want to move him up.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can just park him right. We could park him right here on the road. And well, actually, let's see.
You sure you want to do
1,
that?
2,
Yeah, I
3,
was going to
4,
say, maybe
5,
not.
6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think if we put him there and then 1, 2,
Yeah,
3, 4,
you ought to be all
5,
right.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, if we put the king there, we'll be okay. Okay,
All good.
cool, cool.
Because that fate leader loss roll will catch the king no matter where. So don't worry about bringing the king up. It's no hard feelings.
I'm not worried.
I've got that. I've got that special result all queued up in the vassal die roller.
You flip a switch and it just happens.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I happen to know the guys that run this die
Yeah,
roller.
yeah.
So,
All right, I will go ahead and roll and see what excitement we have. Oh, it's a special result for
it's
the
a Russian
Russians.
6.
Looks like a
Special
special
rally.
rally.
I'm pretty sure that's a complete waste of time at this point.
Yep.
I don't
So,
think anybody needs anything. So
let me
all right,
roll
again.
again. 32.
This time with feeling. All right.
That's
there
one
you
for
go.
us.
It's another one for y'all.
Yep. So let's see, David, do you have anything? Do you want to move that cavalry, or we want to shuffle people around some more, get the infantry moving that are in front of it?
I think we'll have plenty of time to move the cavalry. So if you
Okay.
want to start getting the others shuffled forward.
Shuffled, shuffle, shuffle.
What have you got? You've got Konitz is the other wing leader. Is he all of those guys?
I think so. So here's this guy, and he's part of Konitz, and this guy's part of Konitz, and
Oh, wait a minute.
this
guy's
guy's
not.
part of Konitz.
Well, no.
Right? He's got 3 brigades, I thought.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong unit. Yeah, no, you're quite right. All right, so he's got
Yeah, he's got Fleming,
the bigger outfit.
Dietrich, and Rauter,
All right.
or Reuter. So, all right, well, I guess I can push somebody around up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll move D. So
Alrighty.
we will go
If nothing else, to get him away from David.
1, 2, yes, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't think that's
1,
possible.
2, 3, 4. What's not possible? Did I do something wrong? Let's move them all back.
Where did those guys start?
They were here,
1, 2,
right? And
3.
I went 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, they'd have to go over there. They'd have to be in the same spot. Okay.
That was the problem.
Okay.
If you wanted to move 4, then they can't be against each other.
Right.
If you're willing to move 3 like David was, then you can scooch them together.
Scooch.
Scooch is maybe not a word that's in the rules, but I believe the meaning is clear.
I think you are probably correct.
Don't
Okay.
recall if I do a quick search in the file. I bet the word scooch isn't there. And really, how would you spell it anyway? I mean, I got a pretty good idea how you'd spell it. I spell it with a T, by the way. Scooch.
I spell it Scotch. That's what you're gonna
Scotch!
drink. Yep. All right.
No, he's from Hampshire.
There you go. He is from Hampshire. All right. It's over to David, I think, to roll
David?
the dice.
Okay.
Boom.
Nope. That's another one for us. That's a wing
I'm
activation.
glad you're rolling low, or I would never get to activate.
Yeah. Now you know how I felt as the Austrians there.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, just wait till Firmer runs off the board.
Yeah. Okay, I'll move this guy here then. A router. So if we move him up, we could just grab the whole bunch. So
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Voila.
It's magnificent. It's just like
A, a thing of beauty.
dancing at Oktoberfest.
Exactly. All right,
Mhm.
Michael, it's your turn.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's me again.
Yeah, Army Leader Lapse.
That's Army Leader Lapse. Well, that didn't take very long, so now we're going to be at +5 because I couldn't find my way out of a damp paper bag. Okay. And boom. And boom. Oh, no, no, no. I thought I had
Dismounted
selected the...
Dragoons.
I thought I had... There we go. All right.
There we go.
All right, now you're at +5, you knuckleheads.
Well, go ahead and roll.
Oh, it's my roll.
Yep,
again.
yep.
Okay.
It's still your special. Oh, now it's over to us.
Jingo.
A 6-0. What's that for us? That's a
Special rally, which doesn't
also.
mean anything more to you than it
Yeah.
does to me.
Yep.
All right.
Keep rolling. So that's going to be
Okay.
a
I know that's
7
going
to
to shock
3.
you with a +5, but that's going to be you.
Yep. All right. Well, let's see. Here we got.
Make him stop, Bowie. Make him be nicer to me.
Let's see.
Talking to my cat.
We got this guy here, I guess. Fleming. Ian Fleming. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Stand by.
Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. They're next to each other. All right. And I could put him here. 1, 2, 3. They're all in command. They're all in command. All right. And then I can move my excited wing leader up here. He's got to be within 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. Okay. All right. Well, that wing is done. Let's roll some dice. 36. That's going to be an 8 to 6. That's us again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, David, you ready to move that cavalry?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Let's see where do we
It's a good thing you don't really have anywhere to go, Michael.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Let's see here.
So you're heading for this part of the universe, I think, right? Out here between Bulo, between my wing and your wing.
Yeah, because that cavalry really wants to be in the trees. So totally, that's where you want to go.
I was thinking of heading more to the right, but yeah, we can.
Well, that's your way station.
So,
Because I think I'm sending these dragoons, these independent dragoons,
yeah.
over to your side of the map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that was the general game plan.
5, 6, and this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Let's see, we got
Sure, why not?
Okay. While we're at it, I'll move these dragoons so we don't forget. So
Good
1,
thinking.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Very nice.
Voila.
Voila, voila.
Viola, as they say.
It is so much, as they say.
Mm-hmm. All right. I don't know whose die roll
Genius.
it is now. I think it's your.
Jeez, I think it's. Is it? Oh, it's David's.
Oh, okay.
Well,
and
Oh.
another 8-0.
Oh, yeah.
Time for a free movement segment.
That's another free movement.
Right.
If you
Who
want
would you
it.
like to move a second time? Do you want to try that cavalry again?
Yeah, as long as you haven't succeeded, you can keep rolling.
Right. I mean, I see them. Yeah. Unless you want to do something over there on the
Nah,
left.
nah. I mean, there's my cavalry is just kind of
Alright.
hanging back, waiting for the right opportunity.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Boom. We got. And nope.
Nope,
again,
that's
no.
about as
It's gonna be a
far from success
hard
as you can
no.
get.
That is, I think, the definition of not success.
Okay. Try it
Okay.
again. Roll another
All right.
80.
This time with feeling.
Hey,
Oh,
That's a
that's
tie.
tied. Yeah.
You're just taking up table time at this point.
And
That's
There's
another
another
tie.
tie.
Yeah, there we
And
Oh,
we
go.
there we
move the
go. And we
clock.
move the
Oh
clock.
my goodness, what a train wreck that was.
And since
Okay.
everything of
Okay.
mine's moved, it's on you, Eric.
It's on to me. Okay. Well, I will. Let's see. What shall I do? I can.
Gosh,
I've
you've
got
just
some artillery that need to move.
you've
I've
got
got
like
some
2
cavalry.
cavalry commands. That's
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
that's it. That's all that's left. So let's. I will move Malachowski over here. I guess.
Zunheit.
Yep, exactly. And I'll move these guns while I'm in the neighborhood. So
Genius.
1, 2, and 3. And then these two are going to turn. 1. And then 2 and 3. Kind of skirting the hill there.
Magnificent.
All right. Until eventually, 2 hours from now, where they can finally get within range of shooting something.
All right, it's a 12-hour battle. There's no rush.
Oh, okay. Whew, that's a relief. I was worried.
Do you want to do any of this artillery over here?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm not sure how many of us will be on Social Security by the time this game's over.
Well, I've been on that for a long time. So.
Oh dear.
All right.
Even waiting for maximum.
Maximum
Even waiting
payout.
for maximum, you're already. Oh, boy.
All right. So that's it for them.
Okay.
All right, and then then we can roll again. We still have one
All
command
right.
left that hasn't gone.
I'll roll.
Well, that's definitely us again.
That's all y'all.
Hey, Michael, we'll
Sir?
give you one here.
Wow, what a prince.
I know.
I'm not sure how to act.
Well, you've had lots of time to think about what to do.
Yeah, but that doesn't help.
The Prussian
that could
juggernaut is
that could
coming
actually
at
be
you.
worse. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, interesting. So let's see. Does who actually needs to move? There's somebody that needs to move. Who needs to move? Lima, Alba, you. Okay. trying to find where the guys are that can get the job done. All right, we'll go ahead and activate this guy here, whose name I will not even attempt.
We're just going to call him Sal. No, he's part of Sal's group.
No, he's Lai. He's Lee.
Yeah.
He's probably Chinese. His name's Lee. I mean, it's very clear. There are a few other extra letters at the end, but they're not pronounced.
There we go. They're silent. It's a silent ski.
Exactly.
It's a silent Mirski.
That's right.
Lium Bomirski.
Gesundheit.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Let's see what great excitement we have here.
Well, we'll start by adding the guns here.
Of course.
Just because we can, because, that's
So
what
Eric, I
happens.
was curious why you were going around that gentle slope, because there is no artillery penalty for the gentle slope.
Oh, I'm using it so that way I can't be shot while I'm moving.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
I
He
am.
was staying on the backside of
Yep.
that higher elevation.
Yeah.
Got it.
And if I'd examined the map more thoroughly, I would have had the guys turned in the right direction at the beginning. But
But
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah,
All right.
I intentionally make mistakes so I can learn.
That's genius move. All right, we'll go ahead and fire the guns. The guns are at just ×2 because of the distance.
Right.
We'll use the special leader, and we will just shoot at the guy here at the end
Okay. So you've
because
got.
I can. 4 guns.
It's going to be ×2.
so
it's going to be 8.
It's 1 to 1.5, and plus a lot for size.
Just go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
So
Kaboom.
a 66, and it's probably what, a +20 or something?
It might be +20. Yeah, it might. In which case, that might be enough for a. It might be enough for a hit. It is +20.
+20. That's going to be an 86 at.
But that's only enough for
that's only
one hit, so that's not going to be enough. I really needed to roll an 80 or better to get over 100, and that would have been enough for a hit.
Yep.
Quel dommage, as we say.
Better luck next
right.
time.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy's going to march backwards, and he's going to do a disorder check, and I feel pretty good about the disorder check. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and the guns will show back up that away. And that may be all I got. I think that's probably all I got.
Cool.
I will flip over the special leader too, though.
Oh, yeah, and I guess we need to put little finish markers on top of people.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, it hardly seems worth it, but it doesn't cost much, so why not?
Only costs electrons.
It's a little more useful here because he's actually stacked with a unit that hasn't activated.
Oh, that hasn't moved, you mean? Yes.
That guy hasn't
Oh,
activated.
right, because he's part of a
The
different
infantry
command.
under him is part of Papa, not part of Lee.
Right.
So, so that's that. And I think we all laughed, we cried, we learned a little bit about ourselves.
We did. I learned a considerable amount. I think it's my turn to roll. Is that correct?
I hope so.
Here we go. And that's
Okay.
going to be one for us, but we'll let you take it.
That's truly. It's truly.
We are givers.
Okay, wait a minute. Where the heck did the... All right, I'll deal with it in a minute. Okay, so it's my activation. And who am I going to activate? I'm going to activate L back here.
Okay.
And he's probably actually, well, no one's in command. Excuse me. I need to roll for everybody. He's almost
Oh,
certainly
yeah,
not
yeah,
in
yeah.
command. No, he's not, but it doesn't matter. I'm not doing anything too super weird. All right, I'll just go ahead and turn this guy comme ça. Hey, you're a Napoleonics player. You should be quite familiar with the odd little French bits. Uh,
Definitely the French bits.
Definitely the French bits, yeah. That was 1-2 to do that. I'll just leave it at that. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's good enough for him. And then we'll flip him over because I don't think there was anything else I could be doing. I don't think there was. No, because the distance was too far. You stopped those guys far enough away precisely to keep me from shooting at them with my Shuvalovs, right?
I
2,
think
3,
so. I haven't
4,
moved.
5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like the nearest target.
Your Shuvalovs have got a range of 8. Yeah.
Well, that would make
Yeah.
it not difficult to figure out then. Okay, good enough. So I think that's that. Oh, and I found what I was looking for. Okay. I think David, it's your roll.
Yep.
Bam. Oh.
Ooh, all right. This is another one for the Ruskies.
4 for
0,
the
4.
Russians.
Free fire.
Command.
No, you're right. Command
confusion.
Oh. So
you
other
guys
player picks one that may be finished. Initiative required. Well, what do you want to try to see if we can get him to mess up? His cavalry, maybe out on the end of the universe.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do, I guess, DE.
Okay, Delta Echo
Yep.
will roll. Is this one of those roll twice things?
Yep. Roll twice. Add it up. That's no good. That's no good.
All right. Well,
So they're
that's the
not-
first time that I think that's the first time that's ever happened. By the way,
Yeah. Yeah.
that,
2
that
9s
somebody
in a row.
was just absolute. Well, just
Oh,
just
yeah,
stuffed,
yeah.
right? Just okay. I guess we're done. Any further questions?
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that worked out
Okay.
well.
Yeah. Well, cowabunga.
Well, go ahead,
All
roll
right,
again,
David.
Michael.
Roll
I mean,
again. No,
David.
it's
Yeah,
David's
David's
turn.
turn. Yeah. 65. That didn't move the clock. I don't think so, right? We have to do
Nope,
better than
no,
11.
doesn't.
So go ahead and move something, Michael.
You're telling me to move something.
Yep. We're
Okay,
we're holding
alright.
back. We're holding our reserve.
Okay, that's genius.
That way we can react if you get a little too fancy for yourself.
Do you really think that's likely? I'm just asking, but do you really?
Hey,
think
you never know. You never know.
Okay,
I'm not going to
alright,
take any
I mean-
chances. Not after you shot my guy off his horse, for God's sake.
I'm afraid I may have peaked early.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. May have peaked a little early. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I can go anywhere in the world, be treated like dirt. I don't have to take it from you people.
Michael, we treat you with kid gloves because we know just how sensitive you can be.
No, please. All right, Lima Echo.
Okay.
On the front row, these knuckleheads again. Because really, the whole reason I moved them in the first place was to, like, get these guys out of the corner there, because it made no sense for them to be in the corner. So I'll roll to put him in command, not that it matters, because it really literally doesn't matter. He's going to move back there, and then he's going to...
So can the artillery move twice, or would they have been
The-
marked as finished?
They would have been marked as finished, but that was last turn that they moved.
Oh, okay.
That would have been last turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave them there.
Oh, there's a gap.
Ugh, mind
We'll
the
go
gap.
pouring through.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me know how that goes for you.
Yeah. Well, all those wagons are our target.
Yeah. Well, the wagons are moving too this turn because
Oh,
I
fiddlesticks.
can.
We were hoping you'd forget
Yeah.
about the wagons.
Yeah. Because the
Spoke too
wagons
soon.
are. Yeah. Spoke too soon. Was that wagon humor there?
I don't know. It's probably something that's trailing along in the dust there. My joke.
All right. There's boom, and then
Yeah, they don't have a little move marker, do they?
no, they don't. There's all kinds of just squirreliness about them.
Interesting.
There we go. And we just kind of threw some. Oh wow! And they don't have finish markers either. You got to take a
Exactly.
finish
Yeah, you got
marker
to
from
grab some
somebody
from.
else. Yeah, it's just basically pretty much just kind of a cluster. There you go. That's
That should
good
do it.
enough.
Yeah.
I think we've got it all figured out. All right, and flip and punt. All right. Let's see. Probably my roll now.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. All right.
That's one for us
41.
again.
We're going to make you guys finally fess up and behave yourselves,
Yep.
or
Go ahead. Move again.
I love it. I'm going to get to move my entire army
Pretty much.
because you guys are afraid to
Oh,
not get your +5.
look at where we're at. We've got a long ways to go to end the turn, right?
Mm,
We're only on 3 out of 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'd have to roll 8 12s and betters in the next thing to try to end it anytime soon. I think you're going to get the whole.
Yeah.
You're going to
think
get the
so?
turn in anyway. Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be darned. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, you say so. All right.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident about that.
You do. All right. Well, that's
Now,
good.
if we
I
roll
want you to be confident.
boxcars for the next,
In
you
fact, I
know,
really want you to be overconfident, to be completely honest.
yeah, I think we
Yeah.
can accomplish that.
You can. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's what we need. Oi, that is just such a freaking mess. I'm trying to figure out what to do with all these people.
Go back to Russia.
We could, except we don't issue maps to our troops, so no one actually knows how. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. I hear you, but no, not
Well,
really gonna happen.
we'd be happy if you found a nice place in Poland to settle down, start a family.
What a nice place in Poland in 1758? I don't know. I'm struggling. Was there a nice place in Poland?
I don't think so. I don't
No,
know. Warsaw was probably
not.
tolerable.
If 1806 was any example, or
There's-
I guess
Yep,
1807 was
Yeah,
any example of how nice
1807. Yeah.
Poland was, then I'd bet it wasn't a whole lot better 50 years earlier.
I think you're probably
Oh,
correct. They were probably
I'm
happy to get through Poland into some nice German territory there.
exactly. It's like, hey, there's actually food we can steal here. That's pretty nice. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do DI back here on the back row. Wow, I've got mad skills for rolling here. Just gonna stop it. Really? You can't deselect them once you've selected them? That's the other magic thing about the wagons. If you hit shift click, you don't deselect them.
Huh.
All right. Here I'm selecting everybody. Ta-da!
All right. They move forward
And
a single hex or 2 hexes.
one, just
hexes, yeah.
one. Just one. Oh my gosh, look at how good that guy is. Okay, great. That's it. Over to you. So you can give me another command.
All right. Is it my turn to roll? Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We move the clock.
No, we finally moved the clock. All right.
All
4.
right. I think
Boom.
I will move something for the Prussians. I will move the last command for the Prussians.
What?
Yep. So we will move these guns And I think the gentle slopes are nothing for the artillery either. Yeah.
Yep.
So
I think so, yeah.
1, 2, and 3. Whoops.
Whoops, that's a little
3.
far.
Yep. They jumped. Well, if you don't put them in the right spot, and there you see they're all slightly off. So the invisible hex grid
Exactly.
is slightly off from the
Yeah, it's
real.
because this scan is not great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad somebody did it, but it's definitely got some weirdness to it. Now, have you ever seen the Avalon Hill 1914 map?
No, I have not.
So this game was published in 1968,
Okay.
and I want you to know that someone took like an engineering template and used a pen and drew all the hexagons. I
Oh
am
my
not
gosh.
making this up. And the truth is, once you get kind of over into the rough terrain of Germany, if you look carefully, some of those hexagons are not even close. And you really notice it when you play the Vassal module, because you look and again, the electronic hex grid is nothing like the hex grid you see on the map. As you
Right.
get further and further, whoever did the Vassal module did their best to try to cheat it for the parts of the board that you're mostly going to use, which, I mean,
Right.
props to them, right? But yeah, you get far away from the middle of the board and things starts getting wonky. And I realized, you know what? I remember as a kid, I had one of those little, engineering, you can draw curves and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, there was one with a hexagon on it, and you could just draw hexagrids if you really had very little else to do.
Let's
And
see.
apparently, somebody at Avalon Hill had very little else to do. That's all I can say.
Let's see. William Oren says Napoleon should have built up and reformed Poland after 1807 rather than attempting to conquer Russia.
You know what? You're exactly right.
Yeah.
I never really understood the motivation. I mean, yeah, the whole continental system and the British are bad. And I mean, I get it, right? But it's like, really? It's like, dude, you've run the table.
Yep.
Just stop. You are big boss. Even if the British are still out there thumbing their nose at you, you just go, yeah, fine. I got the whole continent. Leave me alone. And the Russians would have probably stayed over there for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never made any sense to me.
Yep. Well,
And you'd think, having wandered through Poland,
yes.
he would have a pretty good idea of the logistical joy that would be the next 400 miles.
Well, he was thinking he would defeat the Russian army at the Russian
Yeah.
border, and
Yeah.
he wasn't planning on marching on Moscow.
Right.
He wasn't expecting them to
The trouble
flee.
is
Although he should have known better, because that's what happened with Charles the Charles the 12th of Sweden, or Charles the 7th?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so same sort of thing. And he'd even studied that campaign, so it was like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Oh well.
One of the things I always try to talk about with people at work is that the customer gets a vote, or in this case, the enemy gets a vote,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't matter what you want them to do. What do they want to do is
Yep.
the real question. And I think he was lured into believing that the Russians viewed their territory the way the Austrians viewed theirs.
Yeah.
That they needed to fight for all of it, and clearly that's not the case. And I didn't know what you said about that. Was that the Great Northern War?
Yeah, you've got the Great Northern War. That's the Swedes against the Russians for
Yeah, that's the one
for
I'm
a long,
thinking
long
of.
time.
Isn't
Yeah.
that the one you were referring to? Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, I
So-
think the Swedes are defeated at Platosk, something like that, which is
I thought it was
their
Poltava,
Poltava. That's it. I knew it started with a P. Yeah,
which
and
is
so-
way deep in Russia, by the way.
Yep.
In fact, maybe even in Ukraine in modern terms.
I think it is. Yeah. No. Well.
No,
yeah. I
in
think
fact,
it is.
definitely
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of the Ukraine 43 map. It's on the German path west,
Yeah.
which is in Ukraine. So yeah, he clearly had chased the Russians a long way if they had a battle at Poltava.
Yep.
So yeah, messed up. All right. Whose roll was that?
That was mine. So we're over to David, who is good at
David.
rolling
Dave.
zeros.
David, more zeros, please.
Oh,
What?
hey.
Hey, you got a wing.
Can
No, no,
you know,
you actually. Well, yeah,
I'd
you
have
do.
to I'd have to roll for the wing, but I do
Let's
have
see.
a wing.
Grim Harbinger says the Great Northern War had several phases. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
As I recall, it wasn't just a single campaign. It was
No,
over
but
the
I
course of
confess
many
I
years. Yeah.
well, that's how it got great.
It wasn't great for the Swedes. I think they ended up losing most of their stuff there in was it Estonia, and Latvia, and stuff like that. So
Well. Honestly, it is difficult for me to imagine a world in which Sweden could be a conquering force.
well,
I mean, no criticism of the Swedes. It's just there aren't very many of them,
yeah.
right? I mean, it's hard to imagine. It's like, oh yeah, let's kick some ass around here. It's like, are you kidding? All five of us?
They just, Grim Harbinger says the war lasted 21 years. Great
Oh,
Northern
that's
War.
great.
That's a long time. That's like the
Yeah.
Napoleonic Wars plus the if you throw in some of
Oh, if
the
you add in the
Revolutionary Wars,
Revolutionary Wars,
it's
yeah, wow,
pretty long.
that is kind of out of control.
Well, the Swedes were innovative. I think that's where they got their
Mm,
emphasis. They had more of a professional army when everybody else was still using mercenaries and stuff like that.
maybe so.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you're right. They could be more organized. Plus, they have that snazzy furniture.
They did. They sent the instructions to the other side.
The other
And the other
side
side
are
was
like
trying to read it, trying to figure out, okay, what
it's
are
like
the
that
what are the
little
Swedish battle plans?
that little
Insert.
man figure
Yes.
scratching his head with the question mark floating above his head. Like, what?
What they really need to have is the man and the woman symbol, and the woman is berating the man for not reading the instructions at the end or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, there was
All right.
somebody had done a study looking at how many arguments and divorces were caused by IKEA furniture, kind of stuff. Yeah.
Boy. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yep.
All right. I'm activating K and I'm moving him like this. And then I'm flipping him over, but I'm also going to move a bunch of Cossacks over here in the east.
Cossacks in the East. That sounds like the
Cossacks
name
in
of
oh,
sounds
sounds
like
like a
the name of a
game.
band,
Yeah, or a band. Yeah,
rock
sure.
band. The Cossacks in the East.
Right. That checks out. All right. So what have I got there? If I do, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Brilliant.
They're moving into the different colored part of the map. I'm like, is that different terrain? No, the sand
Yeah, it
is just a
must be,
different
right?
color. Yeah.
This sand is a different color. It's
Yeah.
perfect. Gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. All right. And, I'll mark. Oh, wow. I didn't realize I was marking them all as finished, but I guess I just did. All right. Cowabunga. There you go.
Cool.
All right.
So Grim Harbinger is adding more context to the Great Northern War. He
Wow.
says it
Apparently
was
we found
more.
a specialist here.
Yeah, he said it was more the style of battle the Swedes fought when they would march at night and surprise attack at dawn.
Ooh.
At least some of the time, he says. So it's kind of like Frederick, where they're like trying to get around the flank and hit you. And so you think they're going to be here, and then at night they
Yeah.
pick up camp, march around, and then hit you somewhere you're not expecting.
Okay.
So
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, it
yeah.
was kind of a little Stonewall Jackson action there,
there
right?
you go.
Or what was it? What was the General Forrest? Get them there fastest with the mostest.
Yeah, that
It was
sounds
a
like
it was a Confederate general. I
that.
can't think of his name, but
Well,
sure.
it's not Sheridan. That's the Union's cavalry commander,
No,
who's pretty good.
that's right. No, this was I can't think of his first name. Something Forrest, like two R's and a
Right. I'm sure someone
and a
who's watching is
yeah one of the
madly,
large crowd of
madly
people.
typing.
Forrest.
Bedford Forest.
That that might be it.
Yeah. As opposed to like
Nathan
Nathan
Bedford
Bedford Forest.
Forrest.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's the
Okay.
one.
All
You
right.
you you had it, but you had the name his mother called him when she was angry.
Hey, guess who? We got two answers.
What?
So, yes, William R. Renz wrote Nathan Bedford Forrest and Grim Harbinger, Nathan Bedford Forrest. And they both popped
Wow.
up within like 2 seconds of each other.
And they're claiming we're some kind of experts.
No. William is claiming that we're warrior philosophers. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and wait, Michael Schur says Nathan Bedford Forrest, the legend. So the time it took him
The
to write
legend.
the legend
Wow.
delayed
Yeah,
his answer slightly.
he got ninja'd by the
Yep.
other guys
Yep.
based on that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Don't sign
Wow.
up for Jeopardy if you're going to add the legend to it. You just hit that button and said, "Who was Nathan Bedford Forrest?" Right?
Not who was Nathan Bedford Forrest, the legend,
Legend.
because ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
That's funny. That
Okay.
is funny.
I tell you, we
Oh
have some of the
goodness.
best educated folks in the audience.
It may be a small audience,
It's
but
it's
the
small
average
but
is
mighty.
very high.
Small
Yeah,
but mighty.
exactly.
There we go.
Absolutely.
That's what
All
we're gonna
right.
say.
I think that was David's roll, so I think I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
At
right.
this point, it's just you. Oh, that's gonna
All
move the
right. Now
clock.
we're moving the clock. We're moving the clock. We're practically to the bottom. Okay, not really.
Yeah, we still have a long ways. I think you will finish up all your activations before we hit it, but
Well,
maybe not.
given that very few of my activations actually need to happen,
Yeah,
yeah, doubly
we
so.
can just skip and go right to the end right now. Hit the
We
save
can
button.
actually. I am kind of sitting here, kind of questioning what do I actually need to move, since you guys haven't really tipped your hand much yet. There's a limited amount that's actually valuable.
Well,
Uh,
we're just going to follow what the king set up for us, right? It's not like we got to set up the way we wanted. You're complaining about where you
Well,
got to set up. Oh, we had the same problem here.
no.
So,
Trust me, I would have been thrilled if you guys had wanted to play the approach march, because I would have been somewhere else. I would not have been here.
well, then
But
you
I also know from hard experience of playing this as the Russians before, there is no moving around.
yeah. No, I
You,
mean just
you
looking at your maneuvers, like it takes everything and the next turn
exactly,
just to turn around, kind of thing.
exactly. So
So,
it's just don't get cute. Just stand there and take it like a Russian. I
yeah.
mean, because that's all you got.
That's your best option, basically.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is. So that's M over there, and I don't know if that's enough to make him activated or not, and I don't care because I'm not moving him very. Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
He ain't bad.
Not bad at all.
All right, make a note of him. He's dangerous.
Well, that's
So we'll
because
do
he's
that.
German.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well, that might
he's
be,
he's your Manteuffel.
okay. Now I don't know
They're
why
probably
the hell.
cousins. One
See,
got
this doesn't
hired
make
by the
any
Prussians,
sense.
one got hired by the Russians.
So actually, what I'm going to do for all of these grenadiers along here is I'm going to make them not do stupid stuff, and instead I'm going to have them all go to
Consolidate.
1x,
There you go.
because there's no reason in the world for those guys to be in an awkward state like that. And then I guess I will probably just go ahead and do this guy one more. That's 3, and that's 4. And that should be enough for everybody. to feel totally confident that all the good things are happening here.
Sounds
All of
cool.
them. Wow, I must have gotten off to the end of the map. The menu started popping off the other side. Okay,
Time
that's
for
it
me to
for
roll.
me.
Yep, here we
Yeah,
go.
it's you. Yep.
Oh, hey, the clock is just speeding
Another
along.
advance of the clock, inexorably.
Exactly.
Look at that. Oh,
It's like
six
Indiana
six
Jones.
gets us to 6 on the
Oh,
end turn chart.
there we go. Well, I'm
It's the
sure
end.
I'm sure the Russians are saying that Frederick is the Antichrist. So
It's
this is
it.
proof of
That's
it.
it.
This is
He's
proof
got
of it.
he's got the initiative role of the beast. I think that's what it is.
Do they have the
I
icon of Smolensk here?
The
or-
icon of
Oh,
Smolensk.
there really should be. Why is it not here?
It's over at Borodino.
It would give my guys somewhere to rally.
Yeah, we'll have to import it from the other Clash of Arms game. The
that's, that's
magical
right.
icon of Smolensk.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see. So you gonna move or you want me to?
We've done everything. We moved all of our people.
Oh, you finally moved your
Yeah,
last one
I
too?
finally moved the last of the cavalry over on the far
Mohicans,
end of
yep.
the universe.
But
Yeah.
you didn't move the king.
Oh, okay. You're supposed to move the king at the same time.
Well, he needs to move as part of an
1,
activation.
2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he would just go right up here. Okay, cool.
Okay, all right. So it's +3 now. Not that it matters, but it's +3. All right. You didn't move as a result of that 6-6. You'd already done your move.
Yeah. We'd already done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All good. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Who else do I want to do something with? Who else do I need to do something with?
Yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, you know
got
what?
like 6
Uh,
guys.
I didn't flip that guy over. You probably counted him.
I might have.
Manteuffel. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just flip him over. It doesn't matter. All right, so there we go. All right, I'm done with that. And David, it's yours.
Duke.
Okay, that's not a tie because you've moved the king,
Yep.
which is fine, of course.
Well, it would be 9 to 1
Oh, sorry.
because we still have the +3. Yeah.
No.
Wouldn't be
That's
close
fine.
to a tie.
Yeah.
It was the other way around. It would have been. I think I am still playing Colin,
Yes.
which we'll probably see as we go on. Right. So let's go ahead and do you, I guess, because we can. He's not going to do anything except, again, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten up the grenadiers around here because it's just ridiculous that they're all in 2 hexes considering they're only 5s in the first place. So I will go ahead and mark them as finished and finished. And that's it. And then I guess it's my turn to roll. And that's also not a tie for those of you scoring at home.
But it's to you.
Yeah, I'll just flip this guy over. I'm not going to move those guys for a while yet. And so, Eric.
My turn to roll. Here we go. Nope, that's a big one to move the clock.
Big one.
Oh,
But that one is a tie.
Hey now, roll again.
All right, here we go. Hey, there's another big one.
We are moving the clock. to no purpose whatsoever.
Kind of
Oh, there
figured
we
as much.
go. I'm glad we got a new cat in the house, and he's on the back porch. And so
Oh,
one of the previous cats is talking to the cat on the back porch. The cat on the back porch has been seriously freaked out since coming to the house. Like, won't come out from under furniture to even talk to us. So I'm hoping that getting the hang of these other cats will help make it a little more comfortable.
Is this a rescue?
Uh, sort of. Um, you know, Fortunately, with our audience of 5, I don't have to worry about, telling personal stories. My wife had a friend who apparently doesn't understand how reproduction works and therefore never fixes any of the cats that they
no.
have. And so the cats keep having children and then they need to give them away. And when you point out that, there are ways to solve problems like this, well, whatever. Anyway,
There
so
you
we
go.
have one of those cats now. And I hope the two of them are going to be okay. They've probably been able to smell each other for days, but
Well,
now
I
they're
think
actually
I think
looking at
your
each other.
friends' cats are Catholic, and that's why they're
Catholic.
not practicing birth control, right?
Oh, thank you. I was
All
wondering where
right.
you were going with that.
This
Okay.
this is
Yeah.
why I have a YouTube channel instead of a special on HBO. Well,
Okay. What are we rolling here? Or you
who
keep
knows?
rolling
I
numbers.
rolled and I'm done, and so
Ok-
now it's somebody
Okay.
else's turn to roll.
All right. Well, I guess I'll flip somebody over because I don't know what else we're doing.
Okay, so
Okay.
David, it's
Eric.
your turn to roll.
David roll. David roll.
Oh, it's another
But this is just
rally,
another
special rally,
special rally, which I don't need. So
yeah,
roll again.
uh,
and that's going to be a
that's a
tie,
tie.
Yeah.
and
Okay. All
that's
right.
us. But
And I guess, yeah, I'm not going to do anything with that guy. So, all right. Then I'll roll.
oh, there's a big one
And
that
that
moved the
advances
clock.
the clock.
The
I can't
end
have
is
very many
near.
left,
The
right?
end is near.
Well, I see at least 2.
You've
1,
got Groban over here
Yeah.
on the
I'm
west.
flipping him over. So that's him. Is there another?
Um,
you
There
got
you
the
go.
you've still got the guys
There
in the
you go.
observation corps, don't you?
core. Yeah.
Oh, geez, I totally
Yeah.
forgot
So
about them.
those two
That tells you how
guys.
important they are to my strategy. Okay.
I think it's just 2
Okay,
left.
but I've
Those
already
are.
flipped the one over. So I think we got 2 left. Is that right?
Yep.
Is there
Yep.
anybody else that I'm missing?
I don't
I don't
think
think
so.
so. All right, so we're just going to roll twice.
Nope.
Okay. All right. And frankly, no interest in changing anything about what they're doing. That's fine. And we'll just roll another one. Oh,
Oh, it's
geez.
a
Now what?
special
Now
something.
what?
What is
That's a
this?
7 Russian. Oh, that's
Another
just more
special
special
rally.
rally. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I keep trying to decide. All right. All right. So I'm just going to flip over this leader here.
Who's that?
And then
Oh, okay.
that's the front of the
Right.
observation corps. And then I guess I'll move this independent Hussar unit I've got in the back.
Oh, the Serbians.
Are they really Serbians?
Yep, they really are. It says Serbian Hussars on them.
Oh, I'm so used to seeing Serbaloni that it never occurred to me. Okay. All right. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's do this 5, 6. There we go.
Did you want to do anything with that dismounted one? He's independent also.
Really, no.
Okay.
What,
Yeah,
the
thank you.
dismounted dragoons?
Yeah, with like these knuckleheads here,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? They are just there to act as speed bumps once you've gotten through the front line. So, okay, well, then I think we've got everybody.
Yeah. Cool.
So, if you don't sit and talk about optional rules for 30 minutes, you can actually get through a turn pretty fast.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as there's not a lot of combat, you can also get through a
Well,
turn
yeah,
real
yeah,
fast too.
no, let me be clear. All we're doing is marching up and down the square.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, then that means that we need to, there is no rally phase to
That's
worry about.
correct. Yeah.
Everybody's okay. So I think we are all the way back to the top of the 940 turn. And boom, there we are. Top of
Okay.
940. And I'm going to do a save as.
Well, do we want to hit the end turn button and remove all the markers and
Oh, yeah, totally. That's a much better idea.
okay, I will let you do that since I already pressed the button 5 times.
You mean accidentally?
Accidentally, yes. So,
Okay. All right. Well,
All
I
right.
have done it.
good. And
All
it
right.
looks like
And
somebody
it
hit the
turns
move
out.
marker. Turn the
Yes,
move
I did
marker off.
that.
Good. Thank you,
Oh,
David.
well done you. Well done
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And then apparently I have included. uh, You know how sometimes when you're like in the file system and you want to create a new folder
Right.
and maybe you don't know exactly what folder you're in when you create the new folder. I realized that my bar Zorndorf folder is in a folder called Battle for Galicia, which I have no idea why it is there. I'm sure there's a good reason. I'm playing Battle for Galicia, which is a World War One 1914 game.
Right.
It's on my solo table right now. Um, it's actually really nice. It's amazing. I'm sure it was a magazine game.
Right.
Um, it feels a little like a magazine game in the sense of like having 8 pages of rules, and when you play games with, let's call it, more than 8 pages of rules, it's really kind of like, really, that's it, that's all I need. And I start playing and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, this actually works, and I just sit there and got to play a little before all this other chaos happened in my life here recently, and I
Right.
was really enjoying it. By the same guy who did the big GMT games, Twilight in the East,
Oh, yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
like one of these, like, 4 mapper kind of, crazy size thing, and Offensive Outrance, which
Right.
was the
Yep, yep,
Western
yep.
Front 1940. Same guy. It's just this was kind of a lighter treatment of the Battle for Galicia. And so anyway, it's kind of fun. Why it has anything to do with Bar Zorndorf, I don't know. Probably
Right.
just need to move the folder so it's not there anymore, but whatever.
Cool.
Anyway, well, gentlemen, is always a lot of fun, even if I didn't kill any special leaders this time.
Well, we'll just have to keep waiting for those special
Keep trying.
rolls. Yeah. Yeah. We know it'll
Yeah.
happen.
If we got a special king we could hit maybe soon, that would be pretty special.
There you go. That would be. But we
Uh,
would carry on because Prussia must fight on.
Because Prussia, exactly.
Exactly.
I'm going to be in Las Vegas on business next Sunday night,
Okay.
and
All right.
will not be able to attend here.
That's fine.
Um,
We will just play. It'll be nothing but Prussian activations
That's right. Yeah,
for
exactly. You
the
could
whole
play for
thing anyway. Yeah.
At least an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, without my witticisms, this whole thing would go on quicker anyway. Who are
I'm
we
sure.
kidding?
I'm sure. So, well, good. Well, and
Well.
it's hopefully in its business, I presume, as opposed to
It
pleasure.
is, yeah. My company has an annual thing in Vegas
Indeed.
for our customers, and I think we've been doing it at the same hotel for 11 years, maybe.
Oh my goodness.
12 years, maybe. It's been a long time. In fact, enough that when I check in and they say, "Would you like a map of the property?" and I said, "I don't know. Would you like me to draw one for you?" pretty sure I've got it figured out by now, but thanks.
Yep.
I mean it. Anyway.
Well, cool. Well, that
Ah,
should be fun. I was going to ask you, they have a Vassal module out for that ALAO 1807 game.
Do
That
they?
they do, and I'd looked through the new version 1.4 rules,
Okay.
and I didn't know if you wanted to mess around with that some night. So I didn't know what nights you had available.
Oh boy, I don't know.
And I don't know if it would be the sort of thing that we would do on an ongoing basis, or we would just kind of
I would
pick
just
it
want
up
to
and
just
play
push
it
some
from time to
counters and
time.
figure out
Yeah,
what
just
part
kind
of
of
it
mess around with.
seems like it's fixed and what part isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I have to figure out what night makes sense. Tuesday night, theoretically, I'm still playing down at John's also, although it's been a while since we've been down there. Trying to finish that game of Prague we've been playing since February.
Oh my!
Yeah,
Has it
I
got
know,
an inch
but
of dust on it now?
it probably does at this point. We
Yeah.
have not been down there in a long time for whatever reason. I mean, Albert had things going on, John had
Right.
things going on, I've had things going on, and just Albert was pointing out quite correctly that every time you add one person, you add you double the number of times that you won't be able to get together.
Yes.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. But yeah, eventually we're gonna get down there and finish that darn game. I mean, the worst part is the big climactic cavalry battle that we've all been waiting for is finally happening.
Okay.
And just of course, since we all played Prague, I think it's worth pointing out that he let the Austrian light cavalry get shredded.
Okay. Well, you
But
can't
we
really
really-
stop. You can't help it, but them getting
Exactly.
shredded. Yeah.
Exactly. But what we didn't have was the big, Mitsubishi Zero and Grumman Wildcat fight with the medium cavalry that you guys had,
Okay.
right? So really the medium cavalry have all been kind of okay. I've slowly advanced and he's slowly backed up and he's pulled up as many reinforcements as he can. And finally, he just started thinking to himself, there is no reason for me to stand there and wait for you to attack me. Right? I got a charge range of 3. You got a charge range of 4. Why am I going to let you charge me?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, sure. Go ahead. So he charged me and he did. And so we have to finish, right?
Of course.
Because we all agree that if that thing ends badly for either side, that really tells the whole story.
Yeah. I
mean,
concur.
if his flank just vaporizes, then you know what? We're all running for Prague. It doesn't matter what happened anywhere else on the board. And so, well, we got to finish that part of the battle at the very least to get to a conclusion. So we'll try that soon. But like I said, of course I can't be there next Tuesday because I'll be on this same business trip. Oh well, God darn it, business and life.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. Grim Harbinger says he fought an Elau Kriegspiel on Saturday. I asked him, how did it go? He said, a draw, a bit more bloody for Napoleon. Marshal Marat lost a hand, and the French will likely have to leave the field.
This is a very detailed simulation. If we've got
we got
individual
people's-
appendages getting lost. I mean, this is a pretty serious game we play, but it just kind of goes vaguely around wounded. It doesn't actually, that's a spleen. Yep, that is definitely a spleen.
Oh, yeah. Well, and there's a group I found on YouTube called the International Kriegspiel Society, and they're
I've heard of
having a
them.
big Napoleonic game, and they're like with 100 and some odd players. So I thought, I'm going to see if I can throw my hat in the ring and see if I can join in. I have no idea. It's all going to be live, so it has to do with my availability, my schedule. But I thought, wow, that could be a hoot. It's going to be Jena Auerstadt. So it's 1806. And with Kriegspiel, and it's all this sort of, fog of war kind of stuff.
Refereed.
And so, exactly. I think they said they're going to have, 25 or 30 referees and 100 and some odd players. So I thought, well, this could be really cool. Because I wanted to try to do, a Kriegspiel type of thing on the channel.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I should probably play one of these so I have some clue how it works.
How it works?
Yeah.
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 Well,
But I
interesting.
had,
Crazy, but yeah.
Who's putting this? Who's doing this?
The
Oh, and
International
so
Kriegspiels.
Grim Harbinger says, yes, that's us. He
Oh
says,
my
I'm a
gosh.
member of the IKS. Oh, Grim, I want to play in an upcoming game. I got to figure out. Tell me how I can get in on the game.
We were there.
Yeah.
We were there.
Wow.
Well, that's fun.
that does
is
sound
fun.
like a hoot.
All right, Eric. Well, you and I will figure out what night of the week works. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
well, and we could just do
figure
it,
out
you know, maybe on an odd Saturday night from time to time. Just get
Yeah,
together once
yeah.
and kind of mess around. Maybe do one of the
just push around.
scenarios. Yeah.
The truth is, it didn't take us that long to find all the things that troubled us so badly. So it won't take us that long. I wouldn't expect to figure out more.
Yeah, you know, they did do a fair amount to fix a lot of the gaps and holes that were there.
There were some things I saw that looked like they were improvements.
Yeah.
I'm still struggling with some of the problem. How many different, like 7 different orders you can give?
Yes.
And we kept thinking, why would you ever do this one, or this one?
Yeah. There's very subtle subtleties to them.
Yeah. It just that was, but it did look like they made attacking less obviously beneficial.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's good. Because it needed to be cleaned up, and yet, it'd be interesting to see what else they did. All right, sir. Well,
All right.
you guys have a great week. I'm going to go talk to this gray cat and see if he'll not run under the furniture the minute I open the door. So we'll see how that works.
Okay. Well, very good. Michael, be well. We'll catch you then, I guess, in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time. That's right.
And I have a fencing tournament, but we should be done in time. I had one today and got home at about 5:30, about a half hour before we started
there you
the
go.
game.
There you go.
So I was
Well, if
a
it's
little
problem, let
worried
us
that,
know.
but I should hopefully be on time for that. But yeah, looking forward to it. Cool. All right. And then,
Marvelous.
David, I'll see you tomorrow evening.
Yes, see you
All right.
tomorrow.
Cross
You take care.
cannonballs there. Okay, be well.